The numbers tell a story of mass failure. 610,501 students sat this year's KCSE and had their results released yesterday. 70,073 of them scored C+ and above, the requisite entry grade to join universities. Only that this makes up for 11.4% of those who will transition to universities. The remaining 540,428 students scored between grades C and E. But the picture gets uglier. Government figures show that a total of 438,914 candidates scored D+ and below. Now, this is more than half of all the students who sat for KCSE in the class of 2017. Stakeholders now raising eyebrows. So, what exactly happened? The Education Ministry pegs it on the strict reforms that have been introduced to the sector, vigorous attempts to edge out cheating, and unfair awarding of grades. NASA leader Odinga, in a statement, has called on government to set up a task force to probe the mass failure. Odinga saying investment in education is not worthwhile when 90% of students fail. Joining the fray was the Teachers Union, KNUT. Through its Secretary General Wilson Sosion, the union has asked the National Examinations Council to recall the results to allow for an audit and moderation. But Nairobi County Education Executive Janet Muthoni, who is also an education expert, disagrees with the clamour.
If there is anyone who can show me a complaint when everybody else was passing, I will call their complaint legitimate. But if they did not raise a concern when every child in this country was getting an A, let them not raise any concern when not so many of them get A's. And I think we must stop double standards, and we must stop looking at issues from our interest point of view. Because I know where the Kenya National Union of Teachers could be coming from. Nobody is saying that the children have failed because teachers are not teaching. No, that is not what is being said. What is being said is that as a country, these are our results. Every stakeholder, let them dig in and let them see how can we make this better. Yeah.
And so, is the glimmer of hope for transition for the students, particularly the close to 90% who did not make the cut, dimming? Some say Kenyans have put too much premium on university degrees.
We have a problem of the degree disease, where people think it's the degree that is everything. If you don't get a degree, then you are going nowhere. But that's not the reality. The reality is the most important thing that somebody should have are skills to work. Getting the skills so that you can create your own job, skills that you can work, skills that are required in the industry. That's the main important things. And in fact, where we have gone wrong in this country is that the focus is only on the universities, most focusing. But if you go to other countries, like the developed countries, the focus is in the technical, vocational education training.
With over 845 technical and vocational training institutions and one each planned for all the 290 constituencies, promoting a generation of job creators as opposed to job seekers, their future in education to the highest level remains unbarred.
What's the goal of going to school? What do you want to achieve at the end of the day? To me, we are looking at self-fulfillment. We are looking at economic development. We want this person at the end of education, so what? Can he bring something on the table?
Between the period of 2005 and 2015, we have been living an exam's lie. We have not been telling ourselves the accurate picture of the situations in our schools in terms of teaching and everything. We have witnessed a lot of exam cheating and a lot of moderation of results. Conversations have been held in the past with particular schools. What grade do we give you?
Are the reforms in education worth it, or is there something that does not add up? The jury is still out. Jackie Maribe, Citizen Live at 9.